Recruit Jonathan Arnold will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Recruit Tate Ledbetter will now come forward and give the invocation.
If you would, please join me in a word of prayer. Father, on behalf of Class 2028, we thank you for the opportunity of being here today. We thank you for all the drill instructors and all they've done for us, and all the instructors who have came out to teach us and take out their time to spend with us. And Father, lastly, thank you for all those who are here today to graduate troop school. Father, we've grown together as a team, and most importantly, as brothers and sisters. We have made some unforgettable memories and have endured many hardships together. Father, may we never forget what we've learned these past 21 weeks and the obstacles we have overcome and the lessons learned. In Christ's name, amen.
You may be seated. Good evening. For those of you that are joining us remotely, I'm Major Charles Hubbard, and we're here tonight to celebrate the graduation of Recruit Class 2028. Today is a day to be marked in history. We are here to celebrate the graduation of 33 new troopers, each of whom are about to face their most difficult challenge yet. Each of you must learn how to transition from your controlled environment into your new roles of providing the highest quality of law enforcement services within your 52,000 square miles of jurisdiction. Today, police are expected to hold the highest of standards while executing their duties. You 33 recruits will be faced with new issues surrounding not just the Arkansas State Police, but the law enforcement community in general. You're expected to be courageous guardians of the people. You're also expected to run into the face of danger while everyone else is running away. You must honor our Constitution, solve problems, investigate crimes, all while maintaining the highest expectations of integrity and professionalism. Since the start of this troop school, Arkansas troopers have investigated over 5,000 motor vehicle crashes. Troopers have made contact with over 6,800 motorists in need of assistance on Arkansas highways. In addition, over 50,000 citations and 43,000 warnings have been issued for various offenses across the state by Arkansas State Troopers. These numbers illustrate only a fraction of the services that have been provided in the past 5 months by Arkansas State Troopers. For the past 21 weeks, all of you have displayed willpower and grit. You've bonded together, pushing your way through mental and physical fatigue. I have the highest respect for each new trooper who are sitting here today, as I once stood in a similar venue graduating from my troop school training. Although many of the duties are much different today than they were 25 years ago, I'm easily reminded of the sacrifices that are made during the time spent in troop school. Those sacrifices not only made by the recruits, but by their families as well. Everyone in this room, and many who are watching, have made sacrifices in support of these new troopers. The sacrifices of maintaining a family and a home during the long training process, sacrifices of taking on additional roles to fill the void left behind while the husband, wife, loved one has been gone. These sacrifices include birthday parties, anniversaries, many other events. On behalf of the Arkansas State Police and for these overwhelming sacrifices, I say thank you. Thank you to every one of you who is here today, and thank you to everyone who is watching and could not join us. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our training section. Without our incredible training section, this school would not be possible. Countless hours of preparation go into these schools. Each of the instructors has a unique talent for teaching and building the confidence and professionalism in each of the new troopers. They've also made sacrifices during the past 21 weeks. Many of them have spent days and weeks away from their families as well. The training section is a true testament of the dedication and the commitment within the Arkansas State Police. Moving forward, I would remind you that our job as an Arkansas State Trooper is a privilege. It should not be mistaken for anything less than the highest of honors within the law enforcement community. We should stand proud of who we are and what we represent. Several years ago, I was approached in a grocery store by someone I had arrested for a driving while intoxicated offense. I didn't immediately recognize the person, but she had told me because of my intervention and professionalism that she had changed her lifestyle and that she had not and that she would no longer in the future drink and drive again. She thanked me for my service. She thanked me for arresting her that day. Because of that short conversation in a local grocery store, I now know that I made a difference in at least one person's life during my career. So today I challenge every one of you sitting here today, find that person and make that difference. To the class of 2020A, I hope you walk out the door today standing a little taller, with your shoulders pulled back and your chest puffed out. Because of your blood, sweat, and tears, you've earned your right to be called an Arkansas State Trooper. And you've earned your place in this day in history. And I congratulate you for that. I'd like to take a moment to introduce some of our division members celebrating with you tonight, each of whom have played a vital role in the support of the troop school, and we want to thank each one of them. Our Arkansas State Police Command Staff, Colonel Bill Bryant, the Director, Lieutenant Colonel Tim Knuckles, Deputy Director, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Garner, Deputy Director, Major Jason Aaron, Highway Patrol Division Commander, Eastern Region, Major Forrest Marks, Highway Patrol Division Commander, Western Region, Major Mark Hollingsworth, Criminal Investigation Division Commander. Major Lindsey Williams, Regulatory Services Division Commander. Major Jeff Drew, Crimes Against Children Division Commander. I'd like to express our appreciation to the Arkansas State Police Commission for their continued support of our division and for the support of the class of 2020A. Our Arkansas State Police Commissioners are Commissioner and Madam Chair, Ms. Jane Christensen. Commissioner Mr. Neff Besor, Vice Chairman. Commissioner Mr. Bill Benton, Secretary. Commissioner Mr. Stephen Edwards. Commissioner Mr. Jeffrey Teague. Commissioner Mr. John Allison. Commissioner Mr. Jim Hinkle. The Arkansas State Police training staff is instrumental in the developing of the recruits into troopers. Not only did they manage the troop school, but they also provided daily training and the supervision of the recruits. I'd like to introduce them to you as well. Arkansas State Police training staff includes Captain Roby Rhodes, Lieutenant Rick Neal, Sergeant Ben Hoyt, and Mrs. Caitlin Teague. Our drill instructors are troopers from throughout the state, and they're assigned to the training unit and the highway patrol unit. They were responsible for the day-to-day supervision and the development of the recruits. They've transitioned from being the recruits' worst nightmare to becoming their friends and their mentors. I'd like to introduce the drill instructors tonight as well. The lead drill instructor, Senior Corporal Mike Nelson, Senior Corporal Chad Staley, Corporal Eric Schrock, Corporal Sean Mason, Corporal Callie Dacus, Corporal Keon Thompson, Corporal Clayton McDonald, Sergeant Nick Brown, Senior Corporal Desmond Benton, Corporal Jesse Woodham, Trooper First Class Ryan Shelton, Trooper Alex Bray, Corporal Jason Batke, Trooper First Class Kyle Johnson, Trooper First Class Logan Pate. All of the graduating recruits tonight will begin their career in the Highway Patrol Division. I would like to introduce the troop commanders who will continue the training and the supervision of the graduating recruits. The troop commanders are Captain Mike Hager, Troop A, Little Rock. Captain Todd Shaw, Troop B, Newport. Captain John Carter, Troop C, Jonesboro. Captain David Moore, Troop D, Forest City. Captain Randall Diaz, Troop E, Pine Bluff. Captain Scott Woodward, Troop F, Warren. Captain Brady Gore, Troop G, Hope. Captain Chris Goodman, Troop H, Fort Smith. Captain Wesley Smithy, Troop I, Harrison. Captain Kyle Drown, Troop J, Clarksville. Captain Ron Casey, Troop K, Hot Springs. Captain David Cooper, Troop L, Springdale. Our Criminal Investigation Division company commanders have coordinated background investigations, and they've supported our request for additional personnel as instructors. I'd like to introduce the commanders of the Criminal Investigation Division as well. Lieutenant Stacy Rhodes, Company A, Little Rock. Lieutenant Scott Russell, Company B, Pine Bluff. Lieutenant Dennis Morris, Captain Company C, Hope, almost promoted him. Lieutenant Kevin Richmond, Company D, Fort Smith. Lieutenant Kimberly Warren, Company E, Harrison. Lieutenant Brant Tosh, Company F, Jonesboro. Instructors for the troop school were from all divisions of the department. They provided some of the most advanced classroom and reality-based training in the nation. I want to thank each and every one of you for your support and your participation in the hiring process and the training and development of the department's newest troopers. Also, a special thank you to our Department of Public Safety Secretary, Mrs. Jamie Cook. I now have the privilege to introduce to you to Arkansas State Police Director, Colonel Bill Bryant.
Thank you, Major. It is a great honor to be here to speak to you tonight on this special day. You will always remember this day forever. You've accomplished a difficult task by graduating from the Arkansas State Police Troop School. During the last 21 weeks, you've made friends for life with those other recruits in your troop school. You have learned the importance of teamwork and received the best law enforcement training from our outstanding training staff. I also want to add my congratulations to our training staff. Thank you for all the hard work that you've put into this troop school. The state police have just celebrated their 85th anniversary. Just during the last year alone, we've had numerous challenges. We've had the floods, the 500-year flood. We had the COVID-19 virus, and we've had those who chose to protest in a violent manner. But over the 85 years of the state police, every governor has always depended on the Arkansas State Police to handle major critical incidents. The state police always rises to the occasion and deals with these challenges in a fair and impartial manner. I always tell our Governor Hutchinson that if the bell rings, the Arkansas State Police is ready to respond. By statute, we are an assisting agency. We assist police departments, sheriff's departments. We have great working relationship with our federal, state, county, and local law enforcement agencies, and we always assist them when requested to do so. All current and former Arkansas State troopers are depending on you to carry on this great legacy of the Arkansas State Police. As you go through your career with the state police, you will have to meet many challenges. Your class has already met many challenges already due to the COVID-19 virus. As an agency, we had to make numerous changes to our troop school training, including conducting video conferencing, 2 weeks of field training with y'all going out in the field prior to graduation. And also we had to keep you the last few weeks in the dorms away from your families where you work Saturdays and Sundays to complete your training. All of you rose to the occasion to meet these unusual circumstances in a positive manner. Not only does state police have a great history, but it's a great organization. The state police command staff and supervisors are committed in taking care of their personnel. We are committed to providing you the best equipment and training so you can excel in your job as a professional law enforcement officer. Lastly, ASP is composed of great people. I truly believe law enforcement is a calling. Before becoming director of the Arkansas State Police, I was a special agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration for 30 years, in which 20 years was here in Arkansas. What impressed me the most from looking on the outside into the state police when I was with DEA is anytime I saw a trooper that was down, needing help, I saw another group of troopers standing right beside him ready to help him stand up. It is truly a family here at the state police. I began my law enforcement career in 1976. Law enforcement has changed tremendously over the years. As professional law enforcement officers, we must adapt to change. We are not perfect. We're not robots. We are human beings that do make mistakes. 44 years of law enforcement have taught me just a few fundamentals I want to share with you briefly. What has served me well is treat everyone with dignity and respect. Whether they're white, black, brown, rich or poor, it's always been yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Treat everyone like you want to be treated. Never lose your composure. Also, character and integrity. I used to work for a man named Chief Tackett when I first began my law enforcement career. He had a saying, your integrity is like a little rock, but if you knock off a little piece of the rock, you never get it back. Same with your integrity. And when I came here to Arkansas, there's a police chief, he was in Bentonville and then went to the Rogers Police Department named James Allen. He had a saying that always stuck with me. There is no right way to do the wrong thing. Let me say that to you again. There is no right way to do the wrong thing. So it's up to us to always do the right thing. In closing, I want to apologize to your family members, your friends, your spouses who are not able to attend this graduation in person. Also, I know your new family members, troop commanders, supervisors, and other troopers would love to be here to help you celebrate this moment. In these unprecedented times, in this public health emergency, we must follow the Department of Health guidelines. I am very proud of each graduate here tonight. You have committed to serve and protect the citizens of this great state of Arkansas. We have taken an oath to enforce the U.S. Constitution, the Arkansas Constitution, and the laws of this state. Our nation and our state are based on the rule of law. Without the rule of law, it would be chaos. Godspeed to all of you as you begin your new career. I have the distinct honor of introducing two videos. First one will be Governor Asa Hutchinson, and the second will be DPS Secretary Jamie Cook. I've known Governor Hutchinson a long time. We're very fortunate to have a governor who has a strong background in law enforcement. He was U.S. Attorney in the Western District of Arkansas. He was the administrator of the Drug Enforcement Administration. He was the Undersecretary of Homeland Security. And he is a man of character and integrity. He is one of the greatest leaders I've ever worked for. I had retired when he came governor. That's why I came back, as the opportunity to work for him. He is such a great leader. And DPS Secretary Jamie Cook, strong law enforcement background, but most important, she was a state trooper. She went through troop school and wore a uniform just like you did. A great servant leader and a true love for law enforcement.
Good evening. I'm Governor Asa Hutchinson. Congratulations to the graduates of the Arkansas State Police Recruit Training Academy. You are starting your career as Arkansas State Troopers at a historic time. COVID-19 has changed almost everything about our lives, the way we work, learn, and play. It has even affected the way police officers do their job. Then the death of George Floyd focused the nation's attention on the work of law enforcement. These challenges will give you the chance to demonstrate the important role police officers play in the community. You came to the Academy with a calling to serve and the willingness to sacrifice. Over the past 6 months, you have received top-notch training. You are graduating with the education and the training to successfully answer that call. As state troopers, your job is to assist and protect. When people see you in uniform, they see integrity and honor. When you show up at an accident or on the scene of a crime, your presence will bring comfort and security. You have chosen a noble profession with a distinguished tradition. Thank you for your willingness to put the safety of others before your own, especially at a time of so much uncertainty. Arkansas is a safer place because men and women such as you are pinning on the Arkansas State Police badge. Congratulations, and God bless you.
145 days ago, each of you answered the call. Each of you reported to the back gate of Arkansas State Police Headquarters, but collectively you were there for the same reason. Do I have what it takes to be an Arkansas State Trooper? Just like the many hundreds of recruits who came before you, on that first day, you were looking forward to the moment we're sharing right now, your graduation. And tonight, and for as long as you wear that uniform, let this be your mantra. Not everyone can answer the call to be an Arkansas State Trooper. You are embarking on one of the most challenging, but without a doubt, most rewarding professions known to mankind. You will see good and you will see bad. Don't let the bad make you cynical. There won't be many pats on the back for the good you do, but you will see the results of your work when a mom is reunited with her missing child, when a life is saved from your courageous acts, when you arrest a criminal who is wreaking havoc on society. It will be the good that gets you through the tough days. The incredible men and women of the Arkansas State Police have trained you to succeed, but your success rests with you. Your character must stay above reproach. You must stay determined even when the going gets tough. The good of society, which is the vast majority, rely on you to be their protector, to be their calm in the face of turmoil, to do the right thing always. This graduation marks the end of troop school. It also marks the beginning of your legacy as an Arkansas State Trooper. Never let anyone take away that answer you whispered to yourself that first day of troop school. The answer to that question that got you through every day when you had doubts. Do I have what it takes to be an Arkansas State Trooper? Yes, you do. Tonight I applaud you and I welcome you into the Arkansas State Police family. You have proven to yourselves you have what it takes to be a trooper, and I thank you for taking up the challenge. Now carry out that mission to protect and serve the citizens of our great state. Never forget that mission. May God protect you and may He bless your career.
Good evening. I'm Sergeant Ben Hoyt, Troop School Commander and Supervisor of the Training Section. I'd like to start by thanking our training staff and our drill instructors for their long hours, hard work, and dedication towards molding these troopers you see here today. They spent 21 weeks making the men and women here into Arkansas State Troopers. These 33 troopers are the product of your service and leadership, and for this we are grateful. I would also like to thank Ms. Caitlin Teague. Caitlin's coordinated over 1,000 hours of classroom instruction that the recruits received throughout troop school. We'll now present the awards for outstanding performance in 3 categories. Colonel Bryant, Major Hubbard, if you'll join us at the table for the presentations. The 3 categories that we'll present awards for are physical fitness, firearms, and academics. The first awards given are for physical fitness. During the application process, every recruit is required to take and pass the Arkansas Physical Abilities Test. This test ensures that applicants meet the minimum physical standards to attend troop school. If a person does not meet the minimum standards, they are not allowed to proceed in the process. The following awards are presented to those recruits who had the highest average on the 3 physical abilities tests given during troop school. Third place Physical Fitness Award goes to Martino Green. The second place award in physical fitness goes to Justin Parker. In first place, physical fitness goes to Tyler Langley. Firearms training consisted of more than 100 hours of range time, focused mainly on combat shooting. The firearms awards are determined by the highest scores attained during the pistol and rifle qualification courses. The third place award in firearms goes to Brian Palmer. The second place firearms award goes to Matthew Walker. And Top Gun, first place in firearms, Ronald Elkins. Lastly, we have the awards for the 3 highest scores in academics. The recruits were tested continuously throughout troop school in order to gauge their understanding of the curriculum. A great deal of time was spent in the classroom, with many of the courses being at college level. The top 3 academic awards were separated by only fractions of a point. The third highest score in academics goes to Austin Duncan. The second place award in academics goes to Ronald Elkins. And finally, our first place academic award goes to Tyler Langley. Each troop school, the recruits select a class leader. The class leader takes on several added responsibilities, especially towards the end of troop school. It's the class leader's responsibility to keep the class unified, motivated, and organized. Class 2020A chose Justin Parker as their class leader. Parker will now deliver the class address.
Good evening. Proudly stand before you on behalf of Class 2028 and welcome you to the graduation of Arkansas State Police Troop School. Governor Hutchinson, Secretary Cook, we'd like to begin by thanking you for your support, guidance, and leadership. Colonel Bryant, Major Marks, Major Aaron, Major Hubbard, and Captain Rose, thank you for taking the helm and guiding the department. Although they weren't able to be here today, I'd also like to thank Arkansas State Police Foundation, Arkansas State Police Commissioners, Lieutenant Colonel Knuckles, and Lieutenant Colonel Garner for your continued support and assistance, guidance, and leadership. You have each been a key component in allowing us to train and perform as a premier law enforcement agency in the state. Special recognition must be given to the drill instructors, the training staff, administration, and Ms. Teague for their devotion to training the future of the Arkansas State Police. You each played a vital role in our development. You adapted to continuous changes with fluidity while still holding us to the highest standards and maintaining time-honored traditions of troop school. And a special recognition to the families for your support and sacrifice through this journey. You stood by our side and provided constant encouragement while we chased a dream. We experienced many challenges, but none of them compared to the difficulties you all encountered while holding down the family alone. Before we go further, I want to go ahead and continue the long-running tradition by stating this. Our troop school was the hardest. While all troopers will argue they experienced the hardest troop school, I can say without contest, our troop school was by far the most unique. We experienced many firsts. From a 6-week virtual academy, they required us to be homeschooled recruits, to a 6-week lockdown where we became permanent residents of One State Police Plaza Drive. When we returned from our break, we were met with new social distancing policies. They fortunately included one less roommate. However, it came with its own disadvantages, some of which included skeleton graduation and the implementation of a new uniform item, the face mask, and it had to be worn at all times. While the situation was not ideal, we adapt and we overcome. On January 26th, we entered the gates of One State Police Plaza Drive, not as a group, but rather as a cluster of disorganized and undisciplined individuals. From the very moment that we rolled through the gates, we were pushed to our perceived physical and mental limits. Together, we learned to push beyond those limits and thrive under stress. On June 18th, we departed those same gates as a tight-knit family of motivated, highly disciplined, and highly trained troopers. With the help of drill instructor Schrock, we learned to appreciate our career choice as Arkansas State Trooper. I can say with confidence, not a single one of the 33 troopers standing before you would rather be in a different career field, especially not an astronomer, an asphalt inspector, a gymnast, nor an infantryman. Even under cold and wet and miserable conditions, we learned to embrace the suck, persevere in the face of adversity. A life lesson was learned that night and can be best described by the words of Steve Cook. Where there is no struggle, there is no strength to be gained. Today's pain just might be what makes you successful tomorrow. In the middle of our virtual study break, we were instructed to return to troop school. We were to be issued essential gear items and to be sworn in. At this time, we had 8 weeks remaining before graduation. But we were now commissioned officers. After 2 weeks of FTO, we were to complete 6 continuous weeks at the academy. While 6 continuous weeks seemed daunting, we'd be returning as Arkansas State recruits. We most definitely were not returning as Arkansas State Troopers. D.I. McDonald reminded us the title Trooper must be earned. The legacy of the Arkansas State Police is forever etched into this badge. The uniform is earned from shared physical and mental hardships. Legacy is not something for people, it's leaving something in people. We must honor those who have gone before us by continuing their legacy. To the class, I'd like to encourage you to never forget who you are, where you came from, nor the experiences that led you here today. While we all now share the title Trooper, we all come from many walks of life, from student to preacher to mortician, electrician, counselor, soldier, Marine, police officer, sheriff's deputy, mother, father, even a pizza maker. Our diversity represents the same diversity within our communities. Many of us will be returning to our hometowns. Remember that while you now represent the state of Arkansas and the Arkansas State Police, you also represent your community. Enforce the laws, the rules, the regulations, but most importantly, protect the community and their rights and freedoms, for we are the community. I'll leave you with this. Be professional, be courteous to everyone you come in contact with, until you can no longer do so. At that time, do not forget the legacy that began with the 13 Rangers that paved the way for you to become an Arkansas State Trooper. Be professional, be courteous, but handle business and make it home to your family each night. To Colonel Bryant, we each thank you for the opportunity to fill the ranks of Arkansas State Police. Over the past 21 weeks, we have endured a rigorous training schedule filled with more than our fair share of obstacles and uncertainties. Through that, we learned our limitations and pushed our minds and bodies through those limitations. We have come out highly trained and confident and eager to carry out the duties of Arkansas State Trooper. We each come to you today and say, "Here am I, send me." Thank you. I'd also like, on behalf of Class 2028, I'd like to present the class plaque to Colonel Bryant.
We'll now present the class of 2020A with their certificate of graduation from troop school. Trooper Justin Parker. Trooper Austin Duncan. Trooper Jacob Bird. Trooper Jeb Little. Trooper Quentin Mag. Trooper Kayla Means. Trooper Hugo Meza. Trooper Brian Palmer. Trooper Seth Smedley. Trooper Tyler Langley. Trooper Garrett Bird. Trooper Maria Galen Duerte. Trooper Corbin Freeman. Trooper Jackson Little. Trooper Blaine Middlecoff. Trooper Ian Nelson. Trooper Matthew Walker. Trooper Zachary Smither. Trooper Jonathan Arnold. Trooper Ronald Elkins. Trooper Jacob Graham. Trooper Martino Green. Trooper Mason Marone. Trooper Walker Morphus. Trooper Michael Whitman. Trooper Paul Matthews. Trooper Darren Evans. Trooper Matthew Foreman. Trooper Philip Gonton. Trooper Tripp Hensley. Trooper Rand Lace. Trooper Isaac Lawson. And Trooper Tate Ledbetter.
On behalf of the Arkansas State Police and the recruit class, I want to thank everyone tonight watching on Facebook Live for this special ceremony. I want to thank Governor Asa Hutchinson and DPS Secretary Jamie Cook for addressing the recruit class by video, and also the Honorable Meredith B. Switzer for administrating the oath of office to our recruits. Most of all, I want to thank the families, the spouses, children, parents, grandparents, and friends for the support of the recruits during their 21 weeks of training. Tonight, these recruits and their families have become part of the Arkansas State Police family. The ASP family is composed of over 1,000 current employees and thousands more who have served this organization in the past. As I'm sitting here looking at y'all in this, I look over the flag over there behind you to my right, and on that is 19 streamers. Those 19 streamers are the troopers who gave the ultimate sacrifice. 19 troopers have been killed in the line of duty during their tenure with the Arkansas State Police. Our prayers go out to the families, survivors, and just let you know that those troopers will never be forgotten, and you're always part of our ASP family. Our ASP family also includes the Arkansas State Police Commission, who take time out of their busy schedules to support the state police. All our commissioners are dedicated to see the men and women of the Arkansas State Police succeed in their mission. In addition, we have the Arkansas State Police Foundation, composed of regular citizens and businessmen and women who are dedicated to supporting state police personnel. We are truly blessed to have the Arkansas State Police Foundation to support us. Recruits, you have been called to serve in one of the most noble professions, law enforcement. You now wear the uniform and a badge that carries tremendous responsibility. You represent the good in society to protect and serve the citizens of Arkansas. This job is so different than others. You run towards trouble when others run away. You will have split-second decisions to make which can result in life or death. You will see the most evil things in society that can happen, but your desire to do good overrides all the evil because you represent the rule of law. During the last 21 weeks, you have received the best training possible in the field of law enforcement by our outstanding training staff. Everybody watching tonight, I wanted to assure you that every one of these recruits earned the right to wear that uniform. It was not given to them. That's what separates the state police from other law enforcement agencies. I remember seeing you the very first day of training and the shock looked on your faces. But as I look around the room right now, what I see is the face of skill and confidence with you ready to protect and serve the citizens of Arkansas. Always keep your priorities straight: your faith, your family, and the state police. Don't let us down. Make us proud. It is the 85th anniversary of the state police. It started with 13 Rangers. History is important to our organizations. The troopers before you made this a great organization, and they depended on each and every one of you to carry on that great tradition. My prayers will always be with you each and every day. I pray for your safety as you represent the good in our society. We have confidence in you, or you would not be sitting here tonight if we didn't. Good luck, and may God always be by your side. When you leave tonight, you leave as a member of the most elite state police in the United States. Remember, we are the Arkansas State Police. At this time, would recruit Tate Ledbetter come forward and do the benediction.
If you would, please join me in prayer. Father, on behalf of the class of 2028, we thank you for the opportunity as troopers to serve the citizens of the state of Arkansas. May we serve with love for our neighbor and with courage for the helpless. May our service be done with humility while upholding the standards of the Arkansas State Police. May we bring justice in the land. Father, this is your creation, and evil has marred what you have made good. May our efforts reflect your character, bringing those who break the law to justice. May we be good stewards of your creation, guarding and protecting against those who seek to do harm. Give us courage as we face evil in this world. In your word, you tell us, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. Father, I ask that our lives be just that, a giving of ourselves as servants to the public, and ultimately to you, Father. Please watch over us as we leave here to do the work that you have called us to do. Father, may we do all to the glory of your name. In Jesus' name.